Let's be real. In sales, you are up against obstacles and rejection every single day. But what if the biggest tool you have for turning all those challenges into wins isn't some new tactic or software, but actually just a simple shift in your thinking? Well, today we're diving into how changing your mindset can fundamentally change your entire career. Seriously, just think about that for a second. Imagine if every no you heard wasn't a failure, but was actually a crucial piece of data that was pushing you forward. That's the game-changing idea we're going to unpack right now. It's all about reframing the entire sales process, and it all starts right between your ears. So, where does this incredible power come from? Well, I can tell you it's not a new sales script or some trick in your CRM. Nope. It's what career coach Octavia Gorodema calls your secret weapon. And listen, this isn't just some feel-good quote you put on a poster. It's a real strategic advantage. Think of your mindset as the operating system that runs every single thing you do. Every call, every negotiation, every follow-up email. It's what makes or breaks you when the pressure is really on. Now, this whole idea isn't just pulled out of thin air. It's backed by some serious research from psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck. She discovered that what we believe about our own abilities and intelligence has a massive impact on our performance in, well, pretty much everything. And through her work, she identified two core mindsets that shape our lives. She called them the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. And, understanding which one of these you're usually operating from, well, that's the absolute first step to unlocking that secret weapon we've been talking about. The growth mindset. This is the game changer right here. It's the core belief that you are not stuck with the hand you were dealt. It's the conviction that skills like closing a big deal, building genuine rapport, or navigating a tough negotiation aren't things you're born with. They are things that can be built and improved with effort and practice. Okay, let's break this down, because you can really see two totally different worlds here. The fixed mindset says you're either a natural at sales or you're not. And that kind of thinking, it leads to avoiding tough prospects, brushing off coaching feedback, and throwing in the towel after a few rejections. But the growth mindset, it's like it's from a different planet. It sees skills as something you build. It looks for challenges, it soaks up feedback, and maybe most importantly, it digs in and persists when things get tough. And this right here, this is the magic key to the whole concept. It's the difference between saying, I can't hit my quota, which is a dead end, and saying, I can't hit my quota yet. That one tiny little word changes everything. It turns a brick wall of failure into a hurdle you're about to clear. All right, enough with the theory. Let's get real. How does this actually play out in the sales arena? In the kind of situations you and I are probably facing every single week. Okay, check this out. When a huge deal falls through, the fixed mindset takes it personally. I'm just not a good closer. But the growth mindset sees it as pure data. Instead of blaming someone else, they turn the microscope on themselves and ask, what can I learn here? Where can I improve my process? Same thing with tough feedback. Instead of getting defensive, the growth-minded salesperson sees it as a gift, free intelligence to get better. It's all about choosing curiosity over your ego. So you're probably asking, okay, this sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Well, the best news is that this isn't some trait you're born with. It's a set of practices you can learn. Think of it like your personal playbook for building a stronger sales game. This playbook has 5 core moves. First, you got to become a forever student, always learning. Second, it's about understanding that hard work, not just talent, is what leads to mastery. Third, you start actually welcoming challenges, seeing that tough client as a chance to level up. Fourth, you actively hunt for feedback. And the big one, number 5, is learning to fail forward, turning every single mistake into your very next lesson. Let's really focus on that last point for a second, because in sales, resilience is pretty much the whole game. The way you handle rejection is what separates the top 1% from everybody else. And I mean, who better to capture this idea than Thomas Edison, right? He saw every single failure as just another step in the process, something that got him closer to the solution. For you, every no is just another approach that won't work, which actually brings you one step closer to finding the one that will. So look, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good advice. Adopting a growth mindset has real, tangible, bottom-line benefits. It builds the kind of resilience you need to bounce back from a tough quarter. It makes you way more adaptable when the market inevitably shifts. It all adds up to better long-term success, and maybe just as important, it seriously reduces the constant stress and anxiety that comes with a high-pressure sales job. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm just not wired that way, I need you to listen up, because this is the most important part. Science says you absolutely can be. Our brains have this incredible ability called neuroplasticity. All that means is that they can physically change and form new connections. You can literally rewire your brain to build a growth mindset. It just takes conscious practice. So the next time you lose a deal or get a hard no, the choice is totally yours. Are you going to see it as a final verdict on your skills, or are you going to see it as a valuable lesson on the path to your next win? Because that next failure, it's coming. That's just part of the job. The only question is, are you ready to learn from it?